Welcome to Live and Grow. I'm Foraged, and today we're going to combine two of my favourite activities, hiking and foraging. There's nothing better than relaxing on the trail with a soothing hot cup of tea which you've foraged for yourself. Now drop your tea bags, bring your burners, and let's go. It's springtime here in the UK and we're totally spoiled for what we could be using. I'm going to try to find some of the common plants that you could find yourself and enjoy for yourself. First up, we've got Silverweed. Once I got to know this one, I began seeing it everywhere. It's pretty distinctive with its silvery, feathery and downy compound leaves. You can find it quite often along footpaths and roadsides. The leaves you can find all year round. In the summer they produce yellow flowers with 5 petals. When you make a tea on its own, it's a bit bitter if you ask me, but some of the textbooks describe it as nutty, but I don't really get that. As you can see here, you don't usually find it on its own. It makes a bit of a carpet wherever you find it. Now, elderflowers make an awesome tea, and I was really hoping to get some today, but these flowers won't be out for a few days. I have seen some elder trees starting to flower which are local to me, so it won't be long now. You can recognise it again by its compound and pinnate leaves. Each leaf has 5 to 7 leaflets. A little tip for you, you can tell if you've got a compound leaf by the buds. See here, you've got this little bud at the base of the leaf. These leaflets have no buds. I love elderflowers as many others do. As you probably know, you can buy elderflower cordial and other drinks in the supermarket. But alas, no elderflower tea for us today. Down here beside me, we've got meadowsweet. This is actually one of my favourite plants to make a tea out of whilst I'm hiking. In the summer, you can identify meadowsweet by its almost frothy clusters of white flowers, but without the flowers this time of year, it's also easily spotted by its leaves. They're jaggedy, dark green on top and whiter on the bottom. The thing that really makes them stand out for me are these small leaves between the larger ones. I drank quite a lot of this last summer when I was hiking and suffering from blisters. I really felt like it took the edge off. This might all be in my head, but I was taught that meadowsweet contains salicylates, similar to aspirin. Here we've got bugleweed. Now you may think it looks a bit like a mint, and you wouldn't be wrong. It's part of the Lamiaceae family, the same as the mint. I actually find this quite bitter. It's recognisable by its purple flowers and these faint white lines, and to my eyes, look at these flowers. They look like little purple angels to me. Like others in the Lamiaceae family, it has this distinctive square stem too. Run it between your fingers and you should feel that quite obviously. I'm not sure evenings get more perfect than this, and I haven't seen anyone else for about an hour now. Now, how could I not mention nettles? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love this plant. I love the taste too. Check out the video I've linked above where I go into how to ID it properly and all its other uses. But yes, it also makes a great tea. Just grab a few of the nettle tops. I've got a bit of a love-hate thing going on with brambles. I love the berries and I love the leaves, but over the years I have been scratched to bits by these things. These don't have berries yet, but they will do in a few weeks. For now, we can certainly use the young leaves for a tea. We've got another member of the mint family here, ground ivy. This one again grows all over the place in woods, grasslands, and as many gardeners will tell you, in gardens. It's got these kidney-shaped leaves, creeps on the ground or up the base of trees, and as you see here, this time of year it has these violet flowers. It's definitely worth remembering this one, as it's great for drying up sinuses if you're suffering from hay fever. One more look at the view before we go make some tea. I've got my trusty old camber gas burner here. I've had this thing for donkey's years. I've often been tempted to buy a newer modern one, but if it ain't broke, well technically it is and the sparker doesn't work anymore. But hey, let's get this water heating. Today I've settled on some nettle, some blackberry leaf and some meadowsweet. It's always best to let the water come up to a boil, then let it cool for a little bit before putting your plant material in. This just stops all the goodness getting burnt away. Whilst you're waiting for the water to come to a boil, it's really important to kick back and relax. When the water is ready, throw in your foraged leaves and let it steep for a few minutes. Look at that lovely green tea. I did have my wooden mud or kuksa from Finland with me, but it sprouted a leak, so I'm using my daughter's Winnie the Pooh mug. There really is something about just sitting back in nature, relaxing and enjoying yourself. Nothing else beats it. Cheers. Check out this video here for 10 plants you can forage in the springtime.